Hey, what's up guys? Jay the Stingray back here again. I got another video for you. This is top 10 favorite television shows post 2000, and this is going to be a video response to DVD Collector 1974, TheJoker5150 and Moviecollector666. They all do videos every week, the top 10 videos on Tuesday every week, and I did one last week, and I just wanted to give all three of those guys credit. And, thanks for the videos, guys. I really appreciate it. I found out about the other two guys through James, so, this is a lot of fun. I really appreciate the videos. I look forward to doing more responses in the future. But anyway, I did my list last week, and this is really like my peak time for television is post 2000. I really think it's been a lot of great stuff, a lot of great dramas. With the premium channels, HBO, Showtime doing a lot of cool stuff. A lot of reasons for that. I think a lot of studios putting less money into film and more money into television. That's why there's so many great television shows on these days. But I go ahead and get started on my list here. I'm a huge sitcom fan. I had Seinfeld in my previous list, but top 10, number 10 is Parks and Recreation, the Amy Poehler show. And this is kind of an odd choice because the first season of this show I really didn't enjoy very much at all, and I really think it picked up after season 2. I think they're like 6 or 7 seasons in now, but still a great show. Really fun to watch. Number 9 is The Office, the U.S. Office. I know a lot of people are going to be pissed at me for that choice, but I really enjoy the show. And everyone wants to compare the U.S. Office to the U.K. Office. I love both. I think they're different styles of comedy. The U.S. Office is much more in the slapstick variety of comedy. But I love all. There's a few seasons in there I think are kind of shoddy, and I'm glad to see the show ended when it did. But there was some great seasons in there of that show. Number 8 is Homeland, and this would actually be higher on my list if I enjoyed the other seasons of the show. But first season of Homeland is excellent. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a Showtime show. Number 7 is Southland. This is a cop drama that I really enjoyed. This was actually started out on NBC, I believe, one of the main cable network or one of the main television networks, and then it actually got purchased by TNT. I think it was going to be canceled, and then TNT picked it up and ran it for quite a few seasons, and it was just recently canceled as well, or was not renewed for another season, which is unfortunate. But if you've seen the show, I think it ended at a good time. I don't really know a lot of directions that could have gone with the way it ended, but just a great show. If you're at all a fan of cop dramas, you owe it to yourself to check that show out. Number 6 is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of the only shows that I can point to and say it's consistently funny, and it's just a great show. It's a lot of toilet humor in there, so maybe offensive to a lot of viewers, but it's funny to me. Number 5, Boardwalk Empire. This is another HBO show. Just a great show. It's a period piece set in the Prohibition era, and Scorsese is a big producer on that. May have directed a couple episodes. So lots of great directors are working on that show too. If you look it up, lots of really talented. Steve Buscemi. Just chopping it up, man. That's a fucking amazing show. I haven't actually seen the most recent season yet, but again, I'm going to preach about HBO Go. I'm going to go check it out on HBO Go. Number 4 is Arrested Development. A lot of you guys probably know this recently came back on Netflix, one of the Netflix original type deal. It was produced by Netflix and released only on Netflix. Cool thing about that, it was all released in one run, so if you wanted to, you could watch the whole season in a night if you wanted. But the last season it wasn't quite up to par, but I think it was a really, really nice cherry on top that the show was. As shitty as Fox did that show every season, really, really enjoyable show. There's actually a documentary made about the treatment of Fox and Arrested Development. I can't think of the name right off, but I'm sure you can look up Arrested Development documentary, and that's really entertaining as well. Lots of great interviews with the cast. Just everybody on that show is talented as fuck, and it's just amazing. Number 3 is Dexter. Season 3 or 4 of Dexter had one of my probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen on television. One of my favorite shows by far. I love Dexter. I think the last few seasons were not very good at all, and I don't like the way the show ended. But probably one of those deals that they should have pulled the plug before they did. But it's such a moneymaker, they kept it going. But yeah, I think the last season wasn't the worst, but it did end on a bad note. Number 2 is Breaking Bad. Perhaps you guys have heard of this show. I don't really hear anybody ever talk about this show. Yeah, Breaking Bad. What can you say that hasn't already been said? Great show, and I think it's that show is really going to pave the way for a lot of great dramas to come here in the future. Yeah, what can you say about it? Bryan Cranston. Number 1 is The Wire, another HBO show. This is just an amazing show. I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of people talk about The Wire before. If you haven't seen it, check it out. HBO Go. I'm doing a fucking ad for them. But, yeah, check it out. HBO put out some great stuff. Really, I think really gave, cable television a run for its money. And, television in general gave it a, had to, beef up their content, as opposed to some of the, CSI type shit that's out there. Yeah. Anyway, that's my list. If you have any comments or want to tell me your list, that'd be cool too. So, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.